I feel like I want to max everything, Matthew.
Maxi.
Matthew on camera here. I've got the Sim Taylormade Max, Mavrik Max. A lot of maxing going on, isn't there?
That is a lot of max.
Aerodynamics, AI. Like golf clubs are like, you know what I mean? They are, aren't they? At the minute,
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Like NASA, just right, I might just say NASA.
NASA Max.
Right, so we're going to hit some. I've got appropriate shafts in both, and I've got them both set pretty much as close to loft as I can get, I think. And you'll see the numbers. We've got everything matched up as much as we can to get the best out of both of these clubs. So look-wise, very different colorways. You've got the orange or burgundy or whatever, not burgundy, or kind of bronzy on the Mavrik. The Sim is more classic tailor-made, carbon toppy look, and that silvery white top is dashing. Dashing, isn't it? It does look nice.
Bit too much going on for me on top there.
Is it?
Like, that's too much carbon for me.
Is it? So because they've slimmed down that line so much?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't mind that. Callaway is kind of where Callaway's has seemed to have been for a while, slightly different colour, but it's dark with a slightly off dark face. Again, I like the look at both. Changeable weights in Mavrik.
Pop the weight, the heavier weight at the back for
we're
high
at the
MOIs.
backs because we're maxing MOI, but you could get
Draw
this
max.
into draw. No changeability on the head with this one, but you do have in the neck like you do in the Callaway, but there is a draw version of this as well.
Yeah.
So a different head, which I like as well. I've said that now because you get less nuts and bolts. So I think that having 3 heads or whatever I think it's quite a good thing for manufacturers. I definitely think, again, if you were to go down the high street, do a neutral test of looks of those two, golfers, the TaylorMade looks better. Define what looks better. I think the Callaway looks more what I would want to game. I'm saying you give that to like people who don't play golf. I just think it looks more interesting, which would make people think it looks better. The other one would look bland. They would say, well, what do you mean that one does something the other one doesn't? You see what I mean? So how you define what looks better is a question in itself.
We should do it. Should we walk in Tesco's
later? Yeah, we
later?
should do it. We should do it.
What looks better?
Does that make any sense, what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
You know, if you give those two to my youngest, who's turning 9, she's going to go, well, that one doesn't, it's just black. That one looks quite nice because it's greyish. I mean, it does look pretty good.
Bit blingier.
It's definitely blingier.
Yeah. And I guess that's cool these days.
Grand. Right, let's hit the Sim Max to start. I do like the way it looks down by the ball. I still am not a big fan of twist face looks. I always think the toe just looks like it's over there.
Yeah.
A little bit. I have lofted this down, which sits it out a bit more, but I counteract that. We got the face measurement, so you'll see what I deliver and all the rest of it. Let's see how it sounds, feels, what we get out of it. Can I max stuff? A little bit heely. So that should start further left and not miss much to the right, which it's kind of done. It's not a bad result for a strike. Because if we talk about the tech of the TaylorMade, it's a lot to do. Obviously, twist face is still there, Matthew, I think, isn't it?
So much tech in this club. Like, I literally don't know where to start.
So twist face is twist face.
Yeah, you got bolts in the face, injected fusion.
So they built it beyond tolerance and brought it back. So obviously no driver can get faster anymore. They put themselves in a little hole. But then what they've done is they're now talking what other companies have been talking for years, and them as well, aerodynamics with this bit here, isn't it?
Yes, that's the big bit, isn't it? That's going to apparently increase swing speeds a little bit.
Which we'll measure. So it's angled and shaped to help you get the most out of the club at the most important part. So where it might have resistance in other elements, when it comes down and you're like delivering the most energy, they're saying this bit is going to kind of help you, and weight and then allowing to be further back and low with it as well with the design of it.
Inertia generator places weight in the extreme low and back portion of the club.
Yes.
There you go. You've got the sleeve.
Yeah, done the sleeve. It's got changeable, which is good and extensive with TaylorMade. Always has been quite good. Does flip the shaft around. You won't like that. And it's carboned, and you know it's
Through slot speed pocket
at
the front.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Don't forget the pocket, bruh.
Yeah. And it's got to be fair to be said, they've stuck with pockets for a long time. So where we say with Callaway sticking with their jailbreak, them sticking with that is them saying we believe in this, this works, we're going to keep it in their clubs, which is a good thing. I like the look of it. Maybe I'm a bit more bling than you, so.
Maybe you're a bit more down with it.
Yeah.
You know?
I do like the look of it. And I like the sound of it. And I can't remember the last time I hit a Taylormade driver and I didn't like the look and sound of it. No matter what people say about my Taylormade reviews, because obviously we're not the best of friends and that's their problem, not mine. I'm happy as can be. It looks great. Sounds good. It sounds titanium with a little bit of carbon. It's a nice mix. Again, not a bad hit. Little bit heely, but a decent array of shots. We'll get one more and then we'll switch to the Callaway Mavrik.
Sounding loud to me.
Is it?
Yeah.
I like the sound. I mean, the biggest thing as well for me is that this one in theory, and the same with the Mavrik, should be the biggest sellers. Don't know if it will be because it's max MOI. Everyone's struggling with, you know, hitting it on the face and getting their distances up over a period of different hits. Yeah. So in theory, more people should be maxing, and I'm not sure if they actually do or not. I've never really seen the numbers. So one more, then we'll switch to the Callaway. Oh, I ain't gonna come back. And that's what I don't like about it. I could never get, it just annoys me. It just makes me have to do things differently, that face, and I don't want to, because it works. It makes a driver for me kind of not work, and I'm sure hopefully post in the comments there's people out there who love it and it makes it work for them, so you know, carry on using it. I do know there's been some issues with their players with this, struggling, not getting the shots that they want, basically, which is kind of what I get. Let's try it with the Callaway. Artificial intelligence on sound and face is what Callaway is saying. So they're maximizing the face, different parts, by obviously kind of demoing or modeling loads of different strikes to work out how to get the best design on the face, is what they say. Carbony triaxle top, saving weights, changeable neck as well.
Is a different face as well, which is saving weight also.
Yeah, 6 gram or something, lighter weight in the face, stronger, all the rest like everyone often says. And then obviously you've got the changeable weight system, which you don't get, but you do get head selection. So I would see that as the same as the Taylormade personally. You can switch a weight or you can get an appropriate head. The only thing you can't do is buy this as a draw, as like someone cutting it and you get it in a heavy draw and you have a few lessons, turn it into a draw and then you neutralize it. If you buy the draw,
you're done
in the Taylormade. So that's the trade-off maybe. Yeah, they both look good. Callaway sits nice, so I don't have to manipulate that face so much, but that's my personal opinion. You might like the way the other one does. I think the Taylormade looks blingier and shop appeal more interesting, but this looks nice. And it's a different sound.
Such a good sound.
And I've not seen anything beat the sound of this, basically, for me so far. And I wouldn't buy only on sound and feel, but it's a big criteria. Yeah. And I am kind of falling in love with this sound.
Nowhere near as tingy, I don't think.
Yeah, it isn't. It's more towards the carbony feel. Yeah. Than anything else for me. Yeah.
Oh, crikey.
They were arrows.
Oh dear.
And the thing for me, the Mavrik was a standout, different sound.
As soon as you hit it.
Correct.
Yeah.
The Taylormade sounds like I expect the Taylormade to sound, and that's good, because I like the feel of them. I think they're great drivers. The Callaway was a bit of a, whoa, that's different. Yeah. And I like that.
Little heely?
Yeah, lower heely, a strike possibly, but good.
Look at that, that's well lovely.
Yeah. Definite different sound. Right, let's hit one more and compare these numbers. I feel easier for the Mavrik Max, and remember we've got it set in standard, not in the draw setting. It feels like I can turn it more just because that toe, that twist face, for me, I think we should do a test with it. We should get people to cut the ball and see if it helps. For me, it makes me feel like I'm just going to lose some over there, and that's what surprises me, that other people aren't. Maybe that's just purely me. We should maybe do some independent testing with people who don't know what we're doing.
Just see what happens.
Do you feel anything?
Yeah.
Because it could be my preconception of what I'm looking at more than a fact.
Yeah.
and then that works into any...
Whatever you're doing.
I hit one out the toe, but my angles are wrong, and I'm blaming the face when actually it's me.
Yeah.
Which is what golf's all... I mean, I'm normally quite good at that, but I just look at it and think, oh, that should have come back from there. Right, one more, and then we will compare these numbers. So that's a Healy cut. And
that's done well.
And it just... But let's look at these numbers. I want to see these. What's going on? Let's look at club head speed first. Was I any faster with either of those clubs?
0.1 slower on the Taylormade compared to the driver, so exactly the same. 107, 106.9. So
when people start going aerodynamics,
we know how much it affects it.
Well, maybe we don't know because our tests are lame, but like that is a stormtrooper on there no matter what you say.
Yeah.
And we've done a video where we have a little thing stuck on this.
A snowman on it too.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway.
So go that route wherever you want. Both, I would say, I wouldn't see one better than another, and I wouldn't see one as faster than the other there. That's a human tolerance. I would call them the same speed.
You've got you and the machine, like they're the same, aren't they?
Yeah. So this isn't a put down the Taylormade. I actually think they're the same. They're as good as they're as good as each other.
Yeah.
It's just if one says we're now faster, yeah. But I think they both say they're faster as well. Everyone says they're faster. I'm faster. As I get older, I'm getting faster.
You are getting faster.
I know. If we look at my path average of both is exactly the same?
Exactly the same.
Face angle to path?
0.3 different, but 1.5 open with the Callaway, 1.2 open with the Taylormade.
So less open with the Taylormade?
Yeah.
And then if we look at the dynamic loft presented with both?
18.9 with the Taylormade, 18.4 with the Callaway. So again... So
show me dispersion with those two numbers, please.
Very similar. Dispersion. Ball data. All.
So the blues there
is the Sim. Red is Callaway.
So much more right than the Callaway.
Yeah.
Which I can feel when I don't like that high toe just stares so far to the right. Me. Like if I was using Taylormade drivers, if I was a contracted player for Taylormade, there would be a long process of getting that brutalised for me because it just annoys me.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised it doesn't annoy more people personally because like most people are losing it to the right. I mean the Callaway naturally it's less to the right and the face was a little bit more open.
0.3.
And again, I would say they were the same.
Yeah.
What about strike then? If you go to club data on this screen, so the average strike with both of them, and there it is, isn't it? The Sim, the blue dot. Higher in the toe.
Higher in the toe.
My sweet spot.
Yeah. And it's not being your sweet spot, is it?
No, it's hurting me.
It is.
In an advertise should be helping me.
It is hurting you. If you look at the ball data now, 257 carry with the Sim and 264 with the Mavrik.
And then ball speeds, there must be
ball speed exactly the same, 150 and 150.4.
So I'm losing that distance through spin, I presume.
2162 with the Callaway and 2514 with the Sim. So 400 revs difference.
So the Mavrik is better than the Sim and everyone should buy the Mavrik, amen. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. See, I'm not. I think they're the same club.
Yeah, it's the strike point and the face that's making that wrong. You've got, well, we've talked about it, we've got two options, haven't you? Two
options with the Sim. I could use the draw model in the same and probably we'd get with that delivery data that we've got there, you'd probably get the same numbers, almost identical numbers.
Or you take the loft down of what you've got.
You buy the 9
and keep hitting it in the same spot.
And you're not having a 10.5 and de-lofting it, which is opening it up. Not that, but you can see, but saying that, you can see from my club data that made no difference to my delivery. So arguably it's the draw setting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or you go 0.5 loft less.
And that will get the spin down.
And then that will get basically you're compensating. There's no like for like.
No.
That's the main thing. Like we do these compares and like I'm not seeing one better than the other. I would say they're both very good drivers. I personally would have issues with that face. It just offends me.
Yeah.
That's my issue. That's not yours. And that's not, when you're buying, you might love that face.
Yeah.
And maybe post comments down below if you want to see us do that test. I think we should get just loads of people in it and see exactly what they get out of it.
Yeah.
I see it as not going straight. I actually see that face as making me go more offline. But I don't see the Mavrik as longer, even though it is on this test. I see a couple of things. I see that we could test with a different club, and maybe we'll do another test. And again, we never know these things until we actually hit it, which is why we're making this video. And it shows the importance of custom fitting.
Absolutely.
And it shows the importance that there's no like for like. Why are you not using the same shaft? Well, they're very different heads, and I see them differently.
Yeah.
So I get different numbers out of them. You know, why they're not the same head weights. This isn't fair. Like, I get all these ones, and I just think, well, I can't like for like these clubs. I'll get that discrepancy. Why would you want that? I can only like for me. Yeah. Which is, again, like, we'll do another video and maybe test it. It'd be good to get hold of the 9 degree, and it would be good to, we'll try it with the draw if we can get our hands on that. The trouble is with Taylormade, we just can't get our hands on the product, so they're not really that interested in me trying to help you buy the right club, but I can't do anything about that. 2 good clubs.
2 good clubs.
I could game both.
What would you pick now?
I can't get past the face on Taylormade. I just can't. It annoys me.
Mavrik.
I'm not even asking you.
Mavrik Max. Go on.
Post comments down below. Which one would you game, try or not? Let me know. I'd love to know. I think they're both good drivers. I've done this for long enough. I could get the both exactly the same out of any club with good custom fitting and the access to the right tools. Some companies let me have access, some don't, so that's harder, which is why we have to do the more like stumble upon some ideas, which I think is as educational as just coming in with the exact right one and showing you. I think that shows you, for me, how much you just need to make sure you're getting custom fit with this company, and they'll want you to get custom fit, and you should be with this company and any of them. Post comments down below, let me know if this makes sense or not, and if you want to see other compares down there. If you're not subscribed to the channel, maybe give it a subscribe. We do loads of golf videos daily. If you're already subscribed, ring the bell, you get notifications, and jobs are good. Thanks for watching.